Hello, everyone. I'm just gonna start it. Um, my name is Xiaojun from Atelier Author. My topic is the weightless ground. It's really about what we're doing recently. I would like to show a little opening animation for you guys. Okay. Um, okay. Uh, Thank you, everyone, for inviting me to do the presentation of our work. I'll do a little introduction of our firm. We are our firm is based in Beijing. My name is Xiaojun Bu. My partner name is Jiyuan Zhang. Both of us graduated from Harvard Graduate School of Design. We came back to China like 2010. Now we already run the firm for 14 years. We used to work for SOM and RIJM in New York for like several years, like 4 years, 5 years. So right now, basically, we are very young architects in China. We are like the young generation of China rather than like a 50s and 60s years old architect. So today we are talking about what we're doing in China. So it's not like will not be like a very typical work of Chinese architect. but really it's about what we are thinking and what we are trying to practice in China market as a background. What we believe that architecture is a deep practice of art, and then this part of the practice actually is some very important behavior of the social activities of everybody's living experience, living space, and then this part of work influence daily life of public. And then what we're doing in our office is trying to set up and also we are finding new language of architecture. Like we are now trying to repeat what is modern architecture is, and we are now trying to repeat what other famous architects are doing. So what we're doing, we are trying to do the social culture context study. We learn a lot from cultural heritage. We call it the culture artifact. We did a lot of self-challenging or also boundary challenging of the existing architecture languages. In China, we are really appreciate the whole movement of China market, real estate, and also building market in China. We have like a couple notes about the character of Chinese design, Chinese architecture market. One is the whole country is booming. The whole country national power is coming up, and then after that, China is trying to set up higher new bar of spatial quality, and based on that, the space design, architecture design become a sort of a consumption product. That products come from capital, but will jump back to capital and then participate into the competition of all the market movements. That said, a lot of renovation and competition are running largely in the rim of China. At the end, for this age, this couple years, China right now is trying to set up its own identity. Not only like Western architects, Western knowledge system is our teacher, but also right now we're really focused on what's going on in our culture itself and what is the young and the new identity of Chinese architects. So we have a little bit of collage. These images are talking about from small to large what we're doing for many years. For 14 years, what we're doing, we design furniture, we design installation, we design exhibition, showroom, stadium, and large development, museum, and large development of the constructions. For young generation, like us or even younger architects, the character of this new generation, I think the quality here is really we are young and we don't have to have a big or huge narrative of ourselves. All we want to do is just do ourselves, do the new renovation, new idea creation, and then based on that, the new Chinese identity will happen automatically. In our office, we are also focused on academic, the interactive between academic, behavior and also practice of architecture. In our office, actually, we did the presentation last year, May of last year. We conclude ourselves a little bit. We find like there were 5 methodologies in our office, like folding and morph, cutting and calligraphy with Chinese character and also cereal boxes. These are most 5 methods to do in our office to generate new architecture, to design. For today, I would like to draw like a couple new buildings, new designs out of the idea of weightless ground, which is challenging. We think this is part of our challenge spirit of existing space. So I think the root of the idea basically is rooted in the challenge of gravity, and also the new search of architectural languages. And then we do certain kind of methods based on weightless ground. I think one is the shifting of space, the morph the surfaces, the morph of the different sizes and program of the space, and also the second one is the shifting of time. It's rather than like a Western system of rooms and rooms, courtyard and courtyard. In Chinese garden system, landscape and garden system, we have kind of a scattered perspective point of view, which is shifting the experience of all the users from one point smoothly to another part, and we transfer that experience to new architecture. And then the third one is site itself, Earth, the topological character of the site itself become a culture artifact itself. That's the third method. And the fourth one is the counterpoints of weightless and the weightness of the space. Even it could be like the massing or the void or the space. It's really about weight and weightless. Okay. So today I would like to give you guys like 15 projects based on the 4 method of about weightless. I'll be really quick. It's a lot of images. I will be really quick. But you guys can. I really want to give you guys a very general view of what we're doing, what Chinese architects are doing, based on the economics, the market, and then also the young generation spirit. Okay. I'll give you like maybe 1 minute a project. Will be really quick. The first one is the installation in Beijing. The name is Surreal Beijing in 3-second pauses. Basically, technically, it's really about like 15 boxes of all the floating illusion of our perception of the city, of the surrounding environments. They're really like a balloon hanging the heaven, temple of heaven in the box, and also the floating courtyard, traditional courtyard of China. It's really about a concept of a mixture of what we thinking, what we like dreaming in our urban environment. The second one is also an installation. It's belong to Shenzhen Biennale 20 I think 2020. It's really installation, or we could say urban furniture for the coast area. It's on the beach, inside the sand, and also it's composed by rusty steel, but we ground a piece of the mass away, and then we ground it at a shiny stainless steel material. So the sky and the sand and also the ocean will be part of the reflected image of the work. And then based on that, we have a work about a watch station along the coast area. It was a bar for the tourists, and then the client asked us to transform it into a new like a bar area, like a service area for the local people. So basically, we use stainless steel surface, and also use highly reflective glass as a curtain wall system to cover all the existing structure. So the level of the sand, the ground, will be connected directly to the second floor roof and also the third floor roof. So the whole concept is connecting the ground to the sky, and because the whole building is covered by highly reflective material like glass and stainless steel, so the whole thing will be very shiny and reflecting sky and the sand and the ocean. This is the construction progress, and this one is called BC Stone Showroom. So this part we are dealing with, the client is I think is the biggest stone provider around the world. It's a Chinese company. So we're trying to read the history of our clients and then the culture of our clients' background, and we set up an idea of floating stone, like tilting above the ground, with gaps between those heavy mass. So the whole showroom is really about weight, lifted weight of the stone. So inside is a showroom of their products, but from outside it is really heavy, but it's floating above the ground. And this one is called Wuli Eye Porch Culture Center. It's really close to Beijing downtown. So the idea is trying to bring to let the user climb all the way up to the roof level. So the courtyard will be sliced into many macro courtyard, and then through three-dimensional design of the slope system, so people can climb easily up all the way from the ground to the roof space of the building, so people can enjoy the surrounding famous surrounding mountain landscape. So this is the final view of the building, the culture center. This is the roofscape, and so this is the entrance, interior of upside down a mountain landscape. Because really the whole building is composed with a series of climbing up slope. So the building is really is kind of a mixture of exterior and interior space. So it's really is the slope itself. the new ground. The new ground actually is forming new form of architecture. So you can see, and here and there, the exterior lighting is combining with interior space. So this is the skating court areas of service. And this one is also is we are dealing with weightless mass in the building. So that basically our client also is from stone industry. We're trying to set up a series of crystal volume inside the renovation of the existing office space. So there's a high up mass of the crystal, and also they're laying down volume of the crystal mass. So the whole background is really talking about how to introduce a part of the skylight into the existing office space, but introduce a lot of the skylight into the new added museum space. The museum is hosting a lot of dinosaur fossil collection. But right now, this one is really famous in China as a education base foundation to teach young people like children's how dinosaur fossil working. So this is the final look of the space. So a lot of mass is floating above the ground and creates like a cinematic looking of the space. So everything is heavy but floating on top of your standing point of view. Mm-hmm. So this is the upper level above the crystal mass. This is below the mass of the crystal shape, below the void. And this is the exhibition part. This is the exhibition. Okay, and this one, the name is OMC Fashion Center. It's an office. It's an office in China, in Qingdao area. So the idea is how to shifting by using curvature surface, like transforming from usually like exterior space into interior space. So this one is I think there's a little animation here. Can talk about this. So this one is from Finding Progress. So really this one is kind of play of interior, exterior, like a Mobius of the surface behavior. And then it's been built as an office. It's a twisted surface between the exterior and the interior. And this one is called Sandler Museum. Is really right now is going to the end of the construction. The idea was really simple. Is because really the surrounded landscape is mountain and the river is amazing, and then this museum is really about talking about our clients' method of production of chicken meat. So they design the factory the way that is really like they don't generate like waste at all, like zero emission of the whole system. So we were trying to dig into that valued point of view and then transform that into a form of architecture. So the idea was really simple. We cut the ground and lift it into like a 3 piece of peeled surface tilting above the ground, and then based on that, so people could enjoy the new garden of the roof of the building. It's really simple. And then because once it's tilted, then there are a lot of like containing wall happening surrounding the roof garden. Then we use the containing wall system as a new facade to generate new forms of architecture language. It's really simple, and because it really is a museum, so we don't have to do a lot of like opening of the window like a typical way. So the whole opening is really simple. Just we peel away the containing wall corrugated pattern and form gaps right into the building itself. It's really coherent. We like the way that the intensity of design is really integrated into the new system. So this is the renderings. It's the restaurant. This is the lobby of the exhibition space. This is the construction site. This is the curtain wall system being set up. The whole curtain wall is concrete. This is the interior is GFRC. GFRG is gypsum glass fiber reinforced gypsum. So this is the concrete corrugated detail of the facade, and so this is the ventilation in the facade. We integrated into the pattern of the curtain wall. This is the current construction condition. And this one is we are about to publish it very recently. So this is like a renovation of factory inside Dali City. Dali City is an Asian city in southern part of China in Yunnan province. So this one the whole town is full of like a small scale vernacular pitch roofed houses. But this one was, the existing structure is a factory. They built a transformer for electricity industry. So we extend the different steps of the roof away apart from the building boundary itself and extend it to the urban environment. And the concept of the program of the building is really about the immersive theater. So we let the extension of the roofscape and extend it into the new urban environment, so that we could let the performers, the actors and the actresses to practice inside the urban environment. So the factory actually is largely the surface is largely extended into and merged into the urban environment. So we call it like a all connected roof space of the ground. So this is the final looking. So it was like a shoebox. It's a square box, but at the end it's become like an endless landscape of the ground. I'll go really fast because I think I'm running out of time. But this is the stage design inside the theater. This is the photo that what they are doing at night. And this one is called Lingao quarantine renovation. So after COVID-19, China has a a lot of abandoned facilities, emergency facilities. There, for example, this one has a 12,000 unit of quarantine units. So after that, the government come to us and trying to find a new way of trying to deal with the abandoned structure. So the idea is to build up a shelf system out of like a space frame, and then put the unit on top of the shelf, and then become a new building, because it really itself is very integral with fully functioned MEP system. Is good shelter, good for hotel, good for a little room. So, and then beneath this become a market for local people. So this could be like a hotel, new hotel. And this one is called Qijing History Museum. So basically, the local topography is really about a stepping mountain. So we use their concept of the facet. The facet is also part of the ground system. It's layered and layered of natural earth and then facet. So because really this museum is about the facet, so we designed the forms of the building as layers of the topo, and then it forms itself the canopy, and also the terror of the building. And this one is a stadium in Beijing. The concept really trying to set up a new concept of the campus by using a huge extended roof floating above the ground. So this one is really, everything is about metal. Is like a flying machine of the ground surface. So everything is integrated into the curtain wall system. And this one is a newly finished skyscraper in China. Is about 120 meter tall. So we're trying to set up a connection between the ground, the podium, and the tower, the three parts all together by one stroke, by using the highly reflective curtain wall system, and do the cut. And the cut will connect the ground and the podium, the tower, all together at once. So this is the looking of the curtain wall system and the highly reflected image of the urban. And this one is like a culture center in Xi'an. We're really focusing on how to let the ground floating above the river. It's a competition. We ran into the short list. Yes. I think this is the last one. The last one is Wuhan Culture and Sports Center. Wuhan is somewhere that's full of river and wetland, and luckily we are so close to wetland. We are almost like at the border of the wetland park. We're trying to, by integrating 4 main building and a whole walking system together, the whole total area of the project is 90,000 square meter. Is composed by stadium, performance center, theater, library, all that stuff. So the whole thing is really based on the morphed grounds, and then we lift it up to the roof. So this is the really concept of the whole building. And then luckily, it went to the very last stage of the construction. It will be finished at June of this year. So I will show a little bit of not final, but recent. We just went to the site and we share some photo of the building. So this is all the morphed ground and flying above the new height of the roof. So people can walk all the way seamlessly from the ground to the roof and enjoy the amazing landscape of the white land at the north part of the site. Okay. Thank you for your attention. I think this is the last image of my presentation. Thank you.